Elling is an extraordinary comedy about two gentlemen, the title character, played by Denis O'Hare, and Jell Bjarne, played by Brendan Fraser, who have been for a while guests of the state at a mental rehabilitation center.
It looks sort of hopeless for the two of them, but they're given this opportunity to go and live on the outside. And they have to prove themselves. They have a short amount of time to prove that they can live like normal human beings.
And it's just their struggle to learn how to eat, shop, date, live, and survive.
Sometimes I describe the play as of mice and men with a lot of laughs and a happy ending.
It's kind of a universal story. It's funny because it's a very individual specific story about these guys, but it quickly becomes a universal story about any of us. How do you manage life? How do you get through the day? How do you deal with fear? It's a beautiful play.
It's all about five incredible comic actors, Jennifer Coolidge, in addition to Brendan and Denis, Richard Easton, Jeremy Shamos. It has a kind of wild improvisatory style. I mean, that's one of the reasons that I thought Jennifer would be just perfect for it.
I hadn't met Brendan before, and I feel like since day one, I've known him my entire life. It feels incredibly comfortable. He's a joy to work with. Jennifer Coolidge I hadn't met before, and she is one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. Truly hilarious.
We have a really, I believe, a very strong and well-rounded, diverse cast. Is really the stuff of a good ensemble piece.
It's almost orchestral in the way that all the pieces have to fit together, and so it's been interesting meshing it together and working on it. And everybody's been very open and rolling up their sleeves and just ready to work.
But I think it's a fascinating piece, and it's very much a sort of acting piece because all the parts are quite different, and so it needs 5 different kinds of actor, and we've got that.
It's a wonderful, wonderful play, and it's, of course it's a comedy, so it's very funny, but it's also incredibly moving, and you find yourself, I find myself like very teary in some parts, like just watching Denis and Brendan and a couple scenes I've gotten all choked up.
It's a unique vision that it's a play about a population we don't often see, which is the mentally ill, and it's not making fun of them, and they're the heroes of the play, and they succeed.
It ends with you actually feeling kind of hopeful, which is certainly a nice way to leave a theater sometimes.